I was having a conversation with my boy, man, and I came up with a really good epiphany, man. That life is just a basketball game, man. And there's some important people in there, man. Some important aspects in there, man, that need to be dissected properly. You know, in this basketball game, man, it's really you against the world. It's you against the world, man. And you got 5 players, man. You got your point guard being, you know, your mentality, how sharp your mind thinks, the state of mind, the state of being. You know, that's you. That's your point guard, man. That's who's really, you know, making sure the plays are going the right way. Then you got your shooting guard. The shooting guard being your spirituality, man. You know, he the one you can always turn to you know, to take that shot, man. He the one you can always throw dimes to when you just got too much defense. When you got too much defense on you, man. That's your spirituality, man. That's your connection with the Most High, man. You know you can always turn to him as your second leading scorer of the team. Don't get me wrong, he's probably the most important player on that team. But you know, in any situation, damn, you know, my point guard backed up. You got your shooting guard there, man. You can take well advantage of him. You got your small forward. That's your physics, man. Your health, man. You know, plays a big role in knocking down threes. Make sure them corner shots is on point. Picking up steals in the post. Train him right, he can back down a big man. Then you got your power forward. That's your emotions. That's how you feel about things. There's a reason he's not a guard for a man. Or for anybody in general. There's a reason he's not a guard. But he's important. He's important. He has a very important role in the game. He's the morale of the team. I know Steven Adams isn't a power forward, but he's like your Steven Adams, man. He's the morale for the team. That's where your motivation comes from. That's where your ambition comes from. That's where your passion comes from. He's important to the team. He can block you from doing the wrong things. Him and your and your point guard can mix together and stop you from doing a lot. Then you got your power. Then you got your center. Your center being your money, man. Your financials. He can block all types of shots from the opponent, man. You get in a sticky situation, you got a savings account, man. You blocking that bullshit. Get back on offense. You got enough money, man. He gonna come in with some fire ass dunks. You could throw him alleys from across the court. Those are your 5 players, man. And all 5 of those players need to be working on all 5 cylinders. Don't get me wrong. There's some people out here, but they're running their team, and the small forward isn't the best, but they got everybody else playing good. Now that's cool, but it's not optimal. It's not optimal. And to win this game, you need to optimize every player and get the best out of everybody that's on that court. Now you see, in most situations, a good team has a great president being your mom, who loves the franchise, is willing to invest in the franchise in all 5 of her ways. And has a good head coach, a father, that's willing to show you how to run the ball properly, willing to help you keep everybody in their right respective role, and can really push the team to do what it has to do when game time comes in. But you see, not everybody is blessed with this. I can attest to that. I was put in this world without a head coach. And when you put in a world without a head coach, man, the president has to step down and do some of the coaching, man. That's where you get single parenthood from. It's not the best. Believe me, it's not the best. There's 4 quarters to this game, man. There's 4 quarters to this basketball game. You got your first quarter being your early childhood. Just you as a young bull, man. You as a young baby. This is where the president means the most. Fans cheering you on. Livelihood is pouring into your spirit. It's the early development of the team, early development of the game for you as a team. Then you got your second quarter. It's your teenage years. This is where some things in question, this is where some things in quarter number 1 start becoming questionable. Was I supposed to run the play this way? Nah, maybe I'll do it like this. This is where you start running the ball, in a little quirky way. This is where the head coach is supposed to come in. But you know what? Some people don't have a head coach. And it's rough on them. This is where a point guard start experimenting. Where your power forward may take a little damage. You're starting to get elbows now. And without the right coaching, without the right campaign from the president, he don't know where he at. Then you got your third quarter. This is your transition into becoming a man or a woman. Because we both play in this game. And here, man, this the roughest quarter. I'm in it right now. It's the roughest quarter, man. This is when you start seeing a game for what it really is. And you start seeing how some of these referees ain't real. Referees being, government officials, police, the system. They're not playing it right. They're not playing it. They're not playing it fair for everybody. This is where you start seeing how some people get more of an advantage than others. This is where you start seeing that the scoreboard kind of rigged. Hold on, wait. I've been putting up shots. My whole team been shooting up threes like it's nothing. And we still ain't close enough to beating them. We neck and neck with them niggas now. And I've been shooting 3 times harder than he's shooting. Y'all realize that the scoreboard's damaged. The game's fucked up. You can either sink or swim. Then we got the fourth quarter, man. The fourth quarter is it's your adulthood, man. This is where hopefully you have the game established. You got the plays established now. You understand what the opposition is playing at. You understand their speed. You understand their tempo, their lines of play. And you already decided if you're going to play man-to-man or if you're going to play zone. If you're going to go heavy on the pick and roll, on the pick and roll offense, or if you're just going to try to catch him on a steal with the fast breaks. But it's the longest quarter. This is the last two you got. And seeing that this game lasts your whole life, man, it really puts an importance on making sure that all 5 of your players are on point. Your guards need to be sharp. You can't expect yourself to win a game, to win this game, without a 2 guard. Because your 2 and your 1 need to be interchangeable. They need to be able to pass each other the ball and distribute the rock like it's nothing. Your 2 and your 1 being your mentality and your spirituality. They need to be the Splash Brothers. Clay and Steph. The small forward need to be on point throughout the whole game. Because if not, you're going to slow down the pace of the game. You don't take care of your health, it's going to kill you. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you the game. Especially around the fourth quarter. When you're in your 40s and your 50s, and you got to start feeding yourself all these different medications and shit, that start fucking with your 1 guard. That start fucking with your 1 guard. Now you're calling down your 2 guard to do shit. And your 2 guard can't be there. Because you know why? Because your 3 guard was fucked up from the beginning. You feeding your 3 guard, instead of giving him his vitamins and everything that he needs, y'all giving him Hennessy and weed. Wendy's instead of cooked meals. No wonder he starts slowing down in the third quarter. By the fourth quarter, he damn near tore his ACL. He hopping around the court. And some of y'all got y'all power. Some of y'all got y'all power forward all out of line, man. He grabbing the ball from some of his own teammates. Some of y'all don't even got him in the game. Some of y'all not even giving him a chance to play. Some of y'all are walking around in this motherfucker unmotivated. Unhappy, complaining all the time, and the only thing you want to do about it is just feed that shit with Hennessy and drugs. Again, you fucking up your small forward, your small forward. Just because your power forward not playing his position right. And now y'all got your power. You see how every player in the team works in tandem with each other. There's no one player that's better than the other. All 5 players are necessary. They all require the same amount of attention. They all need to be coached properly. You need all five to be firing on all cylinders for you to have a solid team. Now, you know what the problem is? A lot of y'all looking at other people's teams without really understanding how are they moving their players. Y'all see one team's center, one team's financials is so good, but his power forward probably don't even play. He probably don't even got a two guard. Or y'all fall in love with the small forward of another person's team, but you never checked if the point guard was running the ball right. And now you stuck like Chuck. Gotta check your team, man. I understand some of us are playing without presidents. Some of us are playing without head coaches. Some of us never had either or in our lives from start to finish. But you gotta check your team, man. All five of your players need to be running on smooth. Because guess what? If one player get hurt, they all get hurt. You get shot in the leg, you get paralyzed. You don't think your small forward just got fucked up for the game? He's damn near out. And guess what? There's no subs. You don't get a second mind, man. You don't get a backup mind. You only have one mind in this world. With one set of emotions, with one set of beliefs, with one body that is connected to, that can go out there and make one set of cash for you. They all need to be working on all five cylinders before you can even go looking to expand your team and teach somebody else your plays. And that's the problem with a lot of men out here. You guys want to put women on your team, and your team isn't even legit. Your team is still down by 30 points. How is your team down by 30 points, and you want to pick up a woman who has who has a beautiful small forward, and an even better one guard? How is that? It don't work like that. It does not work like that. A little word to advice to people, man. Make sure your guards are shooting. Keep your mentality sharp. Make sure your point guard moving like Jamal Murray right now. Jamal Murray came into the playoffs and nobody expected what the fuck he had going on. He came in here sharp. 360 layups. He's interchanging hands. He's catching 50-point games. Keep your point guard sharp. Expand your point guard's mind. Feed it knowledge. Feed it understanding. Feed it logic. Give praise to your two guard. Keep your two guard strong by giving praise. when the team is down and the point guard needs the help, get the ball to that 2 guard. Get him involved in the game. Allow him to put up his threes. Make sure those 2 players are tight. Like glue. Keep your 3 guard healthy. Don't put him in plays that you know he can't handle. Keep him strong. Keep him tight. Pay more attention to your 4 guard, man. Pay more attention to your power forward, man. Stop letting him be the reason why everybody else on the team just does what they want. Keep him in check, but also give him some time to speak about what's on his mind. Keep him in a solid state of mind, in a balanced state of mind. Allow him to express himself. Allow him to understand things. Allow him to keep the team motivated. That is his job. And make sure your center is doing what he's supposed to do. Don't have your center out here playing for no other teams, man. Don't have your center out here dunking for other people, dunking on the opposition's court. Buying bitches, all types of crazy shit. Spending your money on shit that's not going to return to you, man. Don't have your center out here doing that. Make sure that he's getting them boards, man. That way, when you get in a situation where you need his ass, he got you. When you get in a situation where he needs you to run that screen, he got you. When you get in a situation where you need to throw him that lob, he got you. Keep him healthy. Allow him to spoil the team every now and then, but keep him healthy. Make sure he's in check as well. Another thing, man, it's a game. You're going to miss some shots. You're going to miss some layups. There's going to be times where the opposition caught a layup on you and you was still scratching your head like, how the fuck did he do that? The nigga put it up his hand, jellied it, put it behind his back, and it still went in? What the fuck? It happens. But you don't got time to keep worrying about when one play happens. Get back on defense. And when everything's all good and the score's still in your favor, make sure you push the offense harder. Don't get laxy-daisy. You can't afford that. And just because you have a rough quarter number 1 or a rough second quarter, you had a rough first half, don't mean that the third half is going to be worse too. You could turn the whole tide of the game around just by getting your point guard on point. Just by seeing the game for what it is and really understanding your position, man. You can turn the whole game around. There's been cats out here to be down in the 4th fucking quarter, man. And the world is kicking their ass. And the world is kicking their ass. And out of nowhere, it's almost like they get a second win. What you do about that? What you do about that? The moral of this, man, is that life's a basketball game, man. There's no timeouts. There's very little timeouts, excuse me, because you can't take a vacation. There's very little timeouts. There's no bench. There's no substitutes. And it's a game 7 in championships. You're either going to win it and take it all, or you're going to make it. But it all goes down to how you run your team. Run your team properly, man. Love.